Donald Trump's criminal hush money case is set to go to trial on April 15th. The former U.S. president's legal team wanted the trial dropped or substantially delayed after federal investigators released a batch of documents they deemed relevant to the case.
But in a reprieve for Mr. Trump, his bond in a separate civil case has been substantially reduced. William Denselow has more from New York.
Jury selection was expected to begin this week in Donald Trump's criminal case, revolve around allegations that he paid hush money to a porn star in the lead up to the 2016 election. However, earlier this month, the judge granted a 30-day delay after a tranche of documents, around 119,000 pages, were released from federal investigators that had some relevance to this case. Now, the defense team for Donald Trump were unhappy at the late stage that these documents were submitted. They said this was grounds for this case to be tossed altogether or at least substantially delayed. However, the judge didn't see it that way. Judge Juan Machan deciding to press ahead with this April 15th trial date. And for prosecutors here in New York, it's been a long time coming.
Stands equal before the law. No amount of money and no amount of power changes that.
Well, this ruling was seen as a blow to the former president. In a separate case, he was handed what is being viewed as a win. Recently, a judge in a separate case ruled that Donald Trump had to pay around $450 million after he was found liable for fraud. Monday was the deadline for him to essentially cough up the cash. However, an appeals court has stepped in and saying that instead of paying that amount, he now only has 10 days to pay $175 million. Donald Trump has praised the verdict but says the case against him, along with all the other various legal battles he faces, amount to a witch hunt.
This is election interference. That's all it is. Election interference. And it's a disgrace. We'll obviously be appealing. But this is a pure case of voter intimidation and election interference. And it shouldn't be allowed to happen.
Donald Trump's hush money case is slated to last around 6 weeks. He faces 34 counts and denies wrongdoing. This is time that he would otherwise be spending on the campaign trail. Donald Trump will certainly be hoping to use his time in court here in Manhattan as a way to court voters. William Denselow, CNA, New York.